Hey guys, Kyle, the Death Knight of Anime here, bringing you my review for One Piece chapter 925. And oh boy, was this a loaded chapter! Like we just got so much. I'm not even sure I even ended up writing it all down, to be honest with you. Um, but anyway, the chapter didn't even waste any time and jumped right into Crazy Town by showing us someone we haven't seen in a while, Gecko Moria, like basically rampaging through. I guess it would be one of Blackbeard's compounds, and someone pointed this out to me in one of the previous chapter reviews that Moria will in fact play a part in helping Luffy defeat Kaido. So I think this does more or less confirm it in a way. Although the fact that he's also made contact with Blackbeard tells me he's willing to make a deal with the devil in order to defeat Kaido at this point. So, which I think is going to lead to Luffy and Blackbeard having an encounter with each other a lot sooner than we think, depending on how things end up proceeding on this end. Although right now, I think Moria is going to be lucky if he manages to get out there alive, and even with his devil fruit, even with his devil fruit, he's basically still in his body. Um, because yeah, let's talk about the two big reveals in this chapter having to do with the Blackbeard pirates. The first being that Devon has a mythical zone devil fruit power, and maybe I'm assuming too much, but I think the fact that the fruit was called dog dog fruit, dog fruit, the model of the nine-tailed fox. I think that like I said, I think I might be assuming too much, but I think that nine-tailed fox thing is a little more than coincidental. I'm sure Oda's whole friendship with Kishimoto probably had a little bit of a contributing factor just to that little detail alone. Which, if they're friends and if they're friends and and because like I think one thing that did kind of fuel it for me personally is that Oda has been known to in order to definitely pay a little bit of tribute to definitely Naruto in the past, and I think Kishimoto has done the same for did ended up doing the same for One Piece in the ended up doing the same thing for One Piece in the final chapter of Naruto. So yeah, if they're friends, I wouldn't. The fact that they're friends alone, I think, tells me something that yeah, that's Oda's way of more often than not probably paying a little tribute to Kishimoto as a friend, or yeah, um, but yeah, the fact that the fact that Devon alone has a nine-tailed fox power though is kind of yeah, it's pretty epic. Like a lot. We basically got the reveal that a lot of that almost like at least like 80% of the main like Blackbeard pirates have devil fruit powers, and probably like even some of the lower members of the Blackbeard pirates too probably have devil fruit powers as well. So yeah, it's fair to say that Blackbeard has been pretty busy in gaining power. Like he did what he said he did what we've been hearing about. He's been gathering devil fruit users and stealing their powers. So yeah, and of course, even bigger than the whole than the reveal of Devon's devil fruit power is the fact that we get to see that we get to that we get to see that we learn that Absalom's devil fruit has been was kind of lured to the island, and his devil fruit power was stolen, and basically Shiryu basically now has Absalom's power, and honestly, that with basically Shiryu now having Absalom's power, that that definitely triggered definitely quite a few danger sirens in my head after learning that, because the fact that Shiryu, like it's Shiryu, he the thing about Shiryu is that he was already strong enough with his swordsmanship skills alone, but the fact that Oda has now added invisibility to that just in enhances just the threat level on him alone. And like I'm kind of, in a way, I'm always kind of thinking ahead, and with the fact that Shiryu now has invisibility, in the event where like a lot of people have predicted that there will be like basically a fight between pretty much between Shiryu and Zoro in the future, and if Zoro and Shiryu do throw down, yeah, I think Zoro is gonna have a bit of a difficult time. Like I'm not saying like pretty much being pretty much being a trained swordsman. I think it will probably be a little bit more of an even match just from being like an actual trained swordsman. He'll probably have a slight advantage, but I think just the invisibility alone is gonna be a bit of a difficult thing for pretty much for our green haired swordsman to tackle in the future. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see how it plays that if it ever happens. And as weird as it is, what I've seen from Teach and Moria in this chapter does showcase something that Luffy, I feel, has opened up to, but yet to fully accept, which is that in the new world, you basically need to put more trust in allies and unlikely alliances, and a little less on your own strength. Because so far, I'd say with how Luffy acted in previous chapters, like with him getting just slapped around by Kaido, I think that proves that so far that he was like. I mean, of course, Luffy's emotions had something to do with it as well, but I think this proves that Luffy in fact he needs to put a lot more faith in the alliances he's made, and a little less in his personal strength. Because yeah, Luffy, he again with Luffy, I think he does let his emotions rule him, and that's what got him imprisoned. But so if he just put just a little bit more trust in Law and like and his crew and just the alliance, just his crew and the alliances he's made, I think he wouldn't have ended up in that situation. So yeah, it's weird to say, but Luffy by doing what he did, he basically repeated the exact same mistake that basically Moria had probably done a long time ago. And only difference is that Luffy's crew is still alive, or at least or so far as we know anyway. But yeah, pretty much taking away from moving away from Blackbeard, because that was there's like majority of it was Blackbeard centric, so I had to talk a lot about it. But moving away from Blackbeard now, after all that big stuff, we cut back to Wano, where we find Shutamaru is already having a falling out with the others, and I do kind of like how this puts even more strain on the already tenuous situation of needing to free Luffy, but at the same time, everything that Shutamaru had said in this chapter does have an interesting underlying meaning. Like if you really look at the way that he basically addressed that he was addressing the group and Momonosuke particularly, what Shutamaru is basically saying in this chapter is that if they want him as an ally, and if they honestly just want to unite the country as a whole in order to fight Kaido, then what this little alliance needs to do is that Momonosuke, he needs to step up. He needs to prove his worth, and like the Momonosuke's retainers, they've already proven themselves their conviction. But Momonosuke, he needs to step up. Everyone is going to need a leader in order to follow in this case, and since Momonosuke is the prince of Wano, or the shogun, or the daimyo to be, so to speak, then yeah, Momonosuke, he needs to step up. He needs to showcase that he can be a leader, and we've seen little instances of that, but but now in this instance is the time to put up or shut up. And yeah, that's what Momonosuke needs to do right now, I think. Um, we also get introduced to basically to pretty much the two other calamities affiliated with Jack: Queen the Plague and King the Wildfire. And if there's anything I'll give Oda credit for, I'll always give Oda credit for, it's making me want to know more about characters based on their character designs. I mean, if you look at both of these guys and if you look at King's design alone, the dude looks like a badass cross between Pika, a Nimble Down Guard, and Gladius, and Gladius with wings. Which the fact that this guy has wings kind of already gives us an idea of what his devil fruit power might be. Like it's clearly in like the bird class or something like that, but it but it still makes me wonder, like with these particular nicknames of Plague and Wildfire, like what exactly earned them those titles. Like is in especially in King Six, because he doesn't look like he has any like fire abilities, but I'm curious as to curious, and especially with Queen too, like what earned him the title of Plague. But in either case, especially since Queen, he seems to be like the most regular dude, pretty much between the three of them. But at the same time, that's probably what makes him so dangerous. And like just alone the fact that these three dudes, pretty much Jack, Queen, and King, are basically are the top three, are the top three of them. Are the top three like officers in Kaido's crew. Yeah, that's enough to say that whatever their strength is, it's definitely not gonna give the heroes any breathing room. That's for sure. And oh my god, oh my god, I can't believe I didn't. I'm such a dumbass. It's only now that after saying their names and as well as remembering Hold'em's name now that that basically Oda is going with a bit of a playing card theme with Kaido's crew. It's yeah, I can't believe it took me so long, but nice pun, Oda, nice pun. But yeah, guys, that's all I got for this review. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Annualist, or Crunchyroll. Dead Night of Anime, signing off. Later, guys.